Hello adventurers and truth seekers, and welcome to the channel where we peel back the layers of accepted history to find the secrets hidden beneath. Today, we're revving our engines and heading deep into the sun-scorched heart of one of the world's most epic adventures, the Dakar Rally. For decades, we've seen it as the ultimate test of human and mechanical endurance, a brutal, beautiful ballet of speed and survival across thousands of kilometers of unforgiving terrain. But what if that was all just a cover? What if the roaring engines, the clouds of dust, and the international media attention were an elaborate smokescreen for a mission far more critical and far more sinister than winning a trophy? Prepare yourselves, because we are about to explore the audacious theory of forbidden geology. The claim that the Dakar Rally was, in fact, a sophisticated front for a clandestine geopolitical struggle over one of the most powerful and dangerous materials on Earth. To understand how such a monumental deception could even be possible, we first need to appreciate the sheer scale and unique character of the Dakar Rally. It all began with one man, a French motorcycle racer named Thierry Sabine. In 1977, during the Abidjan-Nice rally, Sabine got lost. For 3 days and 3 nights, he was alone in the vast, imposing emptiness of the Tineret Desert in Niger, a place so desolate it's known as the desert within a desert. He was eventually rescued, but the experience didn't break him, it inspired him. He returned to France captivated by the brutal majesty of the landscape and declared, "I can show you a path to adventure. For those who go, it is a challenge. For those who remain, it is a dream." And so, the Paris-Dakar Rally was born in 1978. It wasn't just a race, it was a pilgrimage for adventurers, a rolling circus of defiance against nature itself. Now let's talk logistics, because this is where the veil begins to thin. A single Dakar Rally is a logistical behemoth. We're talking about hundreds of vehicles, cars, trucks, motorcycles, each with its own support team. We're talking about a moving city of over 3,000 people, including organizers, mechanics, medics, and a massive international press corps. To support this, a fleet of aircraft, helicopters, and planes is required for medical evacuation, transportation of personnel, and, crucially, for filming and broadcasting the event to the world. This entire operation creates a massive logistical footprint comparable to a small-scale military deployment. It moves through some of the most remote, inaccessible, and politically sensitive regions on the planet, all under the completely legitimate and celebrated banner of sport. Think about it. What better cover could an intelligence agency or a government possibly dream of? You have legitimate reasons to be anywhere and everywhere, to have aircraft overhead, to have heavy vehicles traversing off-road terrain, and to have a constant flow of personnel. The canvas for this grand drama was, of course, Africa, specifically the vast stretches of the Sahara and the Sahel, regions that, especially during the Cold War era of the 1970s and 80s, were not just geographically remote, but also geopolitical hotspots. These are lands of immense size, sparse populations, and governments with limited ability to monitor their own territory. They are, in essence, modern-day blank spots on the map, at least from a surveillance perspective. And it's within these blank spots that our story's key element lies buried. In the second half of the 20th century, uranium went from a geological curiosity to arguably the most strategic resource on the planet. It fueled the nuclear reactors that promised energy independence and powered the atomic bombs that maintained a terrifying global balance of power. Nations were locked in a desperate, often secret scramble to secure their own supply. And Africa, particularly countries like Niger, Gabon, and Mali, held some of the world's richest and most accessible strategic uranium deposits. This wasn't just about rocks, it was about national security, global influence, and the very future of atomic power. So, was it merely a coincidence that Thierry Sabine's vision of adventure led the world's most famous rally year after year through the backyards of these critical resource zones? Or was his dream, perhaps unknowingly, co-opted for a much larger hidden purpose? Now that we've established the incredible potential for the Dakar Rally to serve as a perfect cover, let's follow the breadcrumbs and connect the dots of this forbidden geology theory. This isn't just a vague idea, it's a narrative supported by a fascinating convergence of routes, timing, and geopolitical interests. The central argument is that the race's path was no accident. When you overlay the historic Paris-Dakar routes onto a geological map of Africa, a startling pattern emerges. The rally didn't just pass through countries with uranium, it often snaked remarkably close to the specific high-value mining regions. The most glaring example is Niger. For years, the rally's route took it through the Agadez region, a stone's throw from the town of Arlit. Arlit is not just some dusty outpost. It is home to the Arlit uranium mine, one of the largest sources of uranium in the world. For decades, this single location has been a cornerstone of France's nuclear program, providing the raw material for both its extensive network of power plants and its independent nuclear deterrent, the Meadows. Is it plausible that the rally organizers, year after year, just happened to find the most exciting and challenging terrain for their race right next door to France's most critical overseas strategic asset? The theory suggests this was by design, not by chance. This brings us to the players on this vast geopolitical chessboard. The primary actor in this speculative drama is, without a doubt, France. As the founder nation of the rally and a former colonial power in much of West Africa, France had the influence, the motivation, and the means. During the Cold War, ensuring a secure, independent supply of uranium was a matter of paramount national security. Relying on allies like the US or Canada was politically risky, and France was fiercely protective of its strategic autonomy. The mines in Niger and Gabon were not just commercial enterprises, they were geopolitical lifelines. The Dakar Rally, with its French origins and organization, provided the perfect annual opportunity to show the flag and maintain a presence in these vital regions, all while the world was distracted by the sporting spectacle. It allowed for a soft power projection that doubled as a hard power reconnaissance mission. Of course, France likely wasn't the only interested party. The Soviet Union, the United States, and even regional powers like Muammar Gaddafi's Libya, which had its own nuclear ambitions and fought a war with Chad over a supposedly uranium-rich strip of land, were all watching. The rally then could have been a stage for more than just French operations. It could have been a hotbed of competing intelligence activities, all hidden beneath the same layer of sand and spectacle. So, how would these covert operations have actually worked? Let's consider a couple of plausible scenarios. The first and most central to the forbidden geology theory is covert geological survey. Imagine a support truck, one of hundreds in the rally caravan. To an onlooker, it's just a lumbering beast of a vehicle carrying spare parts and tires. But concealed within its chassis, it could easily be fitted with sophisticated detection equipment. A scintilla monitor, for example, which detects gamma radiation, could be used to prospect for uranium deposits from a moving vehicle. A magnetometer could map subterranean geological structures. The rally provides the perfect excuse for these vehicles to be in remote areas, to move slowly, or even to stop for repairs while taking readings. The data collected would be invaluable, allowing a nation to map out new potential deposits or monitor the activity around existing ones without ever officially setting foot there for that purpose. The second method is human intelligence. The rally was a melting pot of nationalities and professions. A journalist's press pass, a mechanic's overalls, or a medic's vest are all perfect covers for an intelligence agent. It's an ideal environment to meet with local informants, assess the political stability of a region, gauge the loyalty of local leaders, or even discreetly deliver payments or equipment, all lost in the noise and chaos of a massive international event. Ultimately, the Dakar Rally uranium war theory paints a picture of history's greatest secrets being hidden not in the shadows, but in the full glare of the public spotlight. It suggests that while we were cheering for the drivers, the real race was being run by spies and geologists, and the grand prize wasn't a trophy, but atomic supremacy. It transforms the race from a simple story of adventure into a complex tale of espionage, where every stage could have been a mission and every waypoint a strategic objective. Could this legendary race truly be a smokescreen for a decades-long secret war over uranium? Let us know what you believe in the comments. And if you're fascinated by the hidden side of history, subscribe for more deep dives, and we'll see you in the next investigation.